Hello and welcome back to the next part of biodiversity, which is called as a loss of biodiversity. Now when we come across the loss of the biodiversity, loss is nothing but we are losing our ecosystem, we are losing the species, and once if we lose them, we may not regain it back. It might be a permanent loss, and hence we call it as a loss of biodiversity. So almost in the past few years and in the past century, we have lost many number of species. As a result, what will happen if the species loss is continued? If the species loss is continued, then ultimately it is going to damage an ecosystem, and finally we are going to suffer it. So let's look at certain characteristics and losses of the biodiversity. The loss of biodiversity, as we come across various points here. So let's look at them one by one. The colonization of a tropical Pacific island, so especially in the tropical Pacific island by humans, is said to have led to extinction of more than 2000 species of native birds. Now look at this. This is due to the activity of the humans. Now as we know, due to the activity of the humans, we are going to destroy the nature, and if our activity is in a controlled way, then ultimately it helps in preserving the species. But over activity, hunting or else due to gaming process, what happens? We are going to kill lot many species here. So that's why the colonization of a tropical Pacific island, that means when humans went to the Pacific island, what they have did is the impact of humans is they have led to extinction. So extinction means they are no more. These birds are no more. Okay, not only in that area, but throughout the parts of the world. So that's why extinction of more than 2000 species of native birds. So they have become totally extinct. Then the IUCN. IUCN refers to International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resource. So this is a International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resource. Now this is renamed. So this IUCN is now renamed as a WCU, World Conservation Union. Now Red List. Red List is a book that includes extinct species, endangered, vulnerable species, as well as critically endangered. So this list you are going to study in the later parts. Okay, so IUCN Red List, this is according to the report of 2004. What they have documented is extinction of 784 species. So 784 species have been lost, and they are present in the red list. Okay, reported by IUCN. So what does it include? It includes 338 species of vertebrates, 359 species of invertebrates, 87 species of plants. So totally we have lost them, not more, but in the last 500 years only. So in 500 years only, how many species have been lost across the globe? 784 species have been lost, including vertebrates, invertebrates, as well as the plant species. So look at the rate of exploitation. Okay, the rate of exploitation increases when the population explosion increases, because demand, human demands increases. So there is a never-ending demand for the humans. As a result, suppose if we restrict our demands, then we can preserve our biodiversity. Okay, then in the next part, some examples of recent extinctions. This is most important. Now, as we are using certain numerical numbers, they are most important as far as your CET, NEET and theoretical point of view is concerned. But more respectively, they will be asked for your competitive exams. Okay, so focus on these. They are most important. Now, some examples of recent extinct animals. So, which are the animals that have been made extinction recently by the activity of the humans or by the natural cause? But majority of the species are extincted by the activity of the humans only. Okay, so what are those species? Now, first one is the dodo. Dodo is a bird. It is present in Mauritius. So this dodo bird has been extinct completely Now where you can see it in the form of a photograph. Okay, for example, let us call our Indian tiger. Indian tiger is said to be endangered species. Asiatic elephant is said to be endangered. That means they are in danger of extinction. Their number is very less. If we do not protect them, if we are killing our elephants, if we are killing our tigers, the next generation, your children's or your grandchildren's, may see the tigers or elephants only in the photo. That means they may become extinct because the extinction is going at a faster rate. Okay, so that's why the biodiversity people, the WC, World Conservation Union, it is taking strict action over the animals, and based on that there is an animal law for it also. So that's why, so be very cautious about the animals. Do not tease the animals when you go to the zoos or any parks, and do not throw the food, because already they have their own food. The food will be provided by the concerned persons and the departments. So that's why unnecessary food should not be provided for the wildlife. So do not disturb the wildlife. Okay. So some examples of the recent extinctions, it includes, first one is the dodo, bird of Mauritius. Then second one is a quagga. Dodo is a bird. Quagga, it appears like a zebra. The present day zebra, it is no more now. So if you want to see the quagga, go to the Google, click it, you will see the photo. You won't find it in any zoos. You don't find it throughout the world. Why? It has become extinct. Why? Due to over exploitation by humans. Okay. Then it is from Africa. It has got extinction. Then Thylacine. This Thylacine, it looks like a fox. It looks like a fox from Australia. It has become extinct now. Then Stellar's sea cow. It's present in the sea of a Russian region. So of Russia. So Stellar's sea cow. Okay, so it is present in the sea. That's why it is commonly called as a Stellar's sea cow. It has become extinct. Now this is most important point for objective questions also, even for the competitive part also. Okay, this will be asked. Name the animals which have been recently extinct. So remember these names. Now along with those, 3 subspecies of a tiger. Look at this. 3 subspecies of a tiger have become totally extinct, and their name is Bali, Javan and Caspian. So look at them. So this is Bali, Javan, Caspian. These 3 subspecies of tiger have already undergone extinction. Now according to the recent studies also, nearly in the 20 years, in the past 20 years, we have exploited the animals in such a way that there are around 27 species extinctions in the past 27 years. So this is our responsibility. Look at our responsibility, what we are doing, what we are giving to the nature. So that's why, because of these things only, human activities only, due to the forest fire, either it is by the natural or the human activity, we are facing all these climatic conditions, alterations, severe heat, severe cold might be there might be heavy rainfall. So that's why last time we have faced the flood, this time we are facing corona, a new virus, and we don't know what we are going to face in the future, because the nature is showing everything here only. So when you hold a mirror to the nature, nature is showing you how you are. So that's why preserve the nature. So in the past 20 years, the last 20 years has documented extinction of 27 species. So 27 species of plants and animals both have got totally extincted. So this is due to human interference. So that's why what we say is this is regarding the loss of biodiversity. We are also losing a lot of species, and we have a list of the total percentage of the species also. Now in this total percentage, 12% of all bird species, 23% of all mammal species, 32% of amphibian species, and 31% of all gymnosperm species in the world, this is throughout the geographical region, face a threat of extinction. Look at the percentage, which is of utmost important. So presently, how many percent? 12% of birds 23% of mammals, 32% of amphibians, 31% of gymnosperm species throughout the world. They are facing the threat of extinction. So that means they are critically endangered and they will become extinct because man is exploiting biodiversity at a rate of 100 to 1000 times faster than the earlier one. So that's why there is an estimation that within 100 years, we may lose nearly 50% of the total species which are present in the nature at present now. Look at this number. It's not so small. It's very huge number, because if the population growth continues in this way, if the exploitation continues in this way, one day, no earth, no life, no plant, no life. Look at this part. So this is the risk of biodiversity if you are not controlling it, if you are not preserving it, if you are not conserving it. So that's why let's conserve and preserve our biodiversity. Let's save the earth. Let's save the species. We are talking biodiversity in general. So in general, loss of biodiversity in a region may lead to all these consequences. So what will happen here? Now, loss of biodiversity, what does it lead to? It leads to decline in plant productivity, because when we are cutting down trees for the purpose of timber and the furnitures, and if we are using it in large quantity, if we are over exploiting it, then what will happen? So plant production gets declined, plant production gets lowered. Then lowered resistance to environmental perturbations such as drought. That means there will be a lot of drought conditions in a area where we are cutting down the forest trees. So drought, there is no rainfall. If there is no rainfall, then sustenance of the living organisms becomes difficult. That means that area may become a barren area and it becomes a desert in the later consequences. Then increased variability in certain ecosystem processes such as plant productivity, water use, and pest and disease cycles. That means increased variability. There will be a lot of variations in an ecosystem, and there might be difficult in the sustenance, maintenance, and stability of an ecosystem also. So ecosystem gets disturbed. Why? It is due to activity of the man. It is due to interference of the man. Now here, increased variability in a certain ecosystem. So ecosystem, it gets varied, because presently the species which were present earlier in that ecosystem may not survive. Few species may extinct. As a result, the ecosystem may become imbalanced, and later on, as already we have discussed about the rivet popper hypothesis of Paul Ehrlich, it will damage the ecosystem definitely when the species are lost drastically. So, such as a certain ecosystem, then processes such as plant productivity. Definitely when we cut down the plants, the productivity gets decreased, no doubt in that part. Then water use. How can we use the water? If water availability is more, then only we can go carry out the process of irrigation, then only we can sustain the biodiversity. If there is no water, no life. Okay, then how can the life can sustain? If plant won't survive, how about the animals? Okay, then pest and disease cycles. There will be variation in pest as well as the disease cycle, because even some of the disease may also kill the plants. It will lead to alteration of the ecosystem. When ecosystem gets alterated, then definitely it is going to damage our ecosystem. So that's why this is regarding the part of loss of biodiversity. And in the next session, we are going to discuss regarding the causes for loss of biodiversity, where we are going to study the 4 evil quadrants by which we are losing the biodiversity at a rapid rate. That includes habitat loss and fragmentation, then overexploitation, alien species, invasion, and co-extinction. So all these comes under the cause for loss of biodiversity. So what is our aim? As we are saying, as we are repeating the same thing continuously, because this is a current event. This is the current topic. This is a hot topic, because we are celebrating World Environmental Day. We are celebrating the Biodiversity Day. just to preserve our nature, just to preserve our species, so that the species can continue in this world and the life can sustain properly. Okay, so this is the main intention of a biodiversity. So that's why the next session we are going to continue the loss of a biodiversity. So what is the major loss, and after that we are coming across the various components like the endemic species. Then apart from that, we come across the national parks, zoological parks, and various concepts of biodiversity. So almost we'll come to the end of the biodiversity. So almost in 2-3 classes we are going to end up this topic. So stay tuned with the classes. Thank you.